Hey guys, Kris here. In this video, we are doing the Norwegian high-speed run in the Volkswagen ID4 with the 77 kilowatt hour battery pack. I'm so excited to take this car on this test because you guys know that this is the big test that I do on the channel. This is the test I put the most emphasis on, and this is the test, that gets the most views of all my range tests. So if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name is Kris. I test EVs, range test, charging test, review. So if this is the content you like, go ahead and click that like button down below. And also, if this is your first time, your second time, your 1000th time, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below and also sounding that notification bell. That is such appreciated. So thank you very much. But today, as I said, the Norwegian high-speed run, if you're new to the channel, is a 615 kilometer test route, where the point of the test is to complete the test as quickly as possible, because what we're putting to the test is the EV's real-world travel time from point A to point B to point C or back to point A, where range, efficiency, and charging speed are the major factors of how well an EV does. And today, with this ID4, I think we may be able to, get a new SUV record. The best SUV that sits on top of this list is the Mustang Mach-E long range all-wheel drive at 7 hours and 7 minutes. It's about 10 minutes off the pace of the Tesla Model 3 long range 2021 model with a heat pump, but I think we may be able, if we're lucky, to at least get as good time as the Mach-E, because this doesn't have, as good of range, but it has faster charging, and that will be very exciting to see. So guys, I'm just topping up to 100% state of charge here, and then we will be on our way. Oh guys, before we set off, I just want to promote my brand new Norwegian YouTube channel called Kris Rifa på Norsk. So if you're a Norwegian viewer, please go ahead and click the link in the description box down below. Check that channel out, and if you like the Norwegian videos, if you want more Norwegian videos, please go ahead and subscribe to that channel. I've already uploaded a very interesting video from the first day I picked this ID4 up. So a first impressions video, check that out on that channel. We are now Oscar Mike, and we've been on the road for 23 minutes, and take a look at this, guys. Consumption 23.3 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. But as per usual, the first section of this route is up and down in elevation, so we usually do have much higher consumption than we have after being on the road for a while. And look at this, guys. The head-up display in this ID4 with the augmented reality is super cool. I mean, this is some tech that that we're gonna see in other cars in the future, and it's quite cool that our Volkswagen, the first, look at that, guys. That is so cool. So this big portion here on the windscreen that is lit up by animations and colors, and at first it's a bit unusual, but once you get used to it, it's super cool. But I'm going to cover that more in a different video. But okay, look at this, guys. 94 kilometers an hour average speed, 38 kilometers covered, 24 minutes on the road, and consumption is now dropping to 22.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And I looked at the wind map. We have quite a windy day today, 4 meters per second from the west and northwest, which should give us cross winds, from the right now and then from the left on the way down. And look at that, guys. You can see the augmented reality display there is marking the car in front there. And then once you move over to the lane here, it may, sometimes it gives an arrow showing where to drive. That is super cool. But so we do have a crosswinds today, and right now it is a bit calm, but just right up the road there we could really hear the wind. And according to a better route planner, which is the app I use, the app wants us to stop twice for charging today, 45 minutes in charging time, but I think we will be able to cover this trip with only 2 charging stops. But again, it really depends on how far we are able to get. If we are able to get all the way to the train station in Christiansund and then we have charge enough to go back to IONT in Lillesand, that means we will only be charging once on this trip. But we'll have to see. Maybe we'll stop in Christiansund. It really depends on how much state of charge we have when we get... Yeah, listen to that, guys. Can you hear that? Yeah, it's really windy. Really depends on how much state of charge we have when we get down there. And just to check out our state of charge, 89% state of charge. But look at this, guys. If we go into the map here, 265 kilometers is the distance, and the car is estimating 348 kilometers. So yeah, I'm fairly confident that this is going to be we're going to post a very good time today. And as you see, guys, the conditions are, other than the windy weather, beautiful blue skies. You have some clouds on the sky and 8.5 degrees Celsius outside. Welcome to downtown Christiansund, where they are doing a lot of construction next to the train station here in one of the main streets into town. But we're going to take a right here because this is our turnaround point, and there seems to be one charger vacant. There's an XC40 P8 there charging, but guys, we don't need to charge because we actually have... I'm just going to swing around here. And you don't need to swing around this much because this car has an insane turning radius. But yeah, look at this, guys. 14% state of charge. We have 67 kilometers of range left. And let's just take a look at our consumption. 21.3. We have... No, guys, that's wrong. This is the right one. 21.4. Still, though. 3 hours and 10 minutes on the road. That means we are en route to post a very good time. So we're going to make our way back to the train station in Christiansund. And then we're going to top up there to... I think when we passed that point, we had 18% state of charge, meaning we used 82% state of charge to get down to Lillesand, meaning we probably should at least top up to 82%, but maybe we'll go to 85 just to be sure. Crosswinds, side winds, a small portion of the route we actually did have a headwind, so that should give us a tailwind. But I think we're gonna go to 85% just to be sure. And that means, guys, we are actually en route. I don't know if we're gonna do it, but we are en route to beat the time of the Mustang Mach-E and may actually be able to get quite close to the time of the Tesla Model 3. Yeah, cool. We are now exiting the E18 motorway at Lillesand. So we're going to charge here at the IONT chargers. I do have my e-tron card, which gives me free membership the first year. After that, there's like a monthly fee of 199 kroners. But, charging is super cheap when you have that card. 1 kroner 85 öre per kilowatt hour. And even if I had to pay for the membership, it would be 199 per month, and that would still be very reasonable for me. So we have the charging port on the right rear side, so we're gonna just swing around here and park right here and take a look at the state of charge. 8% state of charge, and our consumption has actually dropped 21.3 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. 334 kilometers covered, 96 kilometers an hour. So that is interesting, 9 degrees Celsius outside. So okay, put the car into park, and then we are going to, yeah, it may be a bit windy here, guys. I do apologize if you are hearing that on the audio. Okay, so let's go ahead and swipe my card. Yes, authenticating. Okay, wait. Okay, payment approved. And as a precaution, we're going to, yeah, as per usual with these Phoenix contact connectors, we are going to, well, put some pressure on the top of the connector, because sometimes there could be a small gap, and that's where the connectors, you know, communicate with the car, and that's where they sometimes fail. So these Phoenix contact connectors you usually find with these this style tritium chargers. On the 150 and 350 kilowatt chargers, and we can, you know, start to feel this vibrate. And again, I do apologize if it is blowing, guys. I'm going to jump in as quickly as possible, and we have a green light here, meaning that we are charging. So let's see what kind of speed we get. Yeah, look at that, guys. Look at that. Boom, 124, 8% stated charge. We are getting maximum charging speed. That is beautiful. So 3.5 hours, no, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, about 3.5 hours on the road, we are getting, yeah, that maximum charging speed. So okay, so I did some calculations, and as the look of it, we will have to charge to 85% stated charge. I'm going to do some extra calculations when I get in the car, but I think 82 may be cutting it a bit short, so I think 85% stated charge will give us enough juice, and that means I think we're going to have to charge for about, okay, so yeah, I already dropped the video, the 10 to 80% stated charge, charging speed and charging time test. You guys want to check that out in the description box down below, but I think it will take maybe 40 minutes, 40 some odd minutes, meaning that, yeah, if we don't hit any more traffic, we have had quite a clean run. We will be able to, yeah, we will be able to complete this in 7 hours-ish. 7 hours. Again, we're not gonna beat the Tesla Model 3 long range, though that run was done when it was a bit colder in winter. I think we're still going to post a very, very good time. Oh, I'm just gonna jump in, guys. I do apologize for the wind. So what I just want to talk to you guys about before, you know, we are finished charging here and jump to the next clip is the ID4 seems to be very comfortable and quiet on the road. This car does have the double laminated glass. This is the first Max. And I'm really, really liking this car. And of course, there will be a review on this car, but I'm you know, a fan of this car. Do I like it more than the Mustang Mach-E? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do a video comparing those two. I'll most definitely do a video comparing those two cars. That was a good idea. You know, where we go through specs for specs for specs. But, you know, before I'm not going to dive too deep into it, but I do like the cabin layout and the cabin design better in this, though I think the Mustang some places has better, you know, quality, though Volkswagen switchgear is quite nice. The infotainment system, I'm not friends with this infotainment system. Maybe I'll do my own video on just the infotainment system, but I'm usually a very calm person. I mean, I haven't road raged in many years. I don't get very easily, you know, mad or, you know, but I have been cussing this infotainment system like 3 times in the last 3 days. It just gets me so frustrated and riled up, and yeah, I'll most definitely include that in a different segment. But it's laggy, the, you know, the UI, the layout isn't logical, and also it's having so many issues with connecting to my phone. This screen, though it looks beautiful, it's a 12-inch screen, it's so beautiful. I find myself looking at it like, oh, very, very nice, very nice. And it's the right size. It's not like huge in your face, but it is right size. But it's been so much more buggy and than the system or the screen I had in the ID3. I don't know why. This is a newer car, so I don't know. Okay, so enough about that. We're going to cover all those things in a different video. So we're just going to top up to, as I said, 85% state of charge here, and then we will be on our way. We are now back at our starting point here at Circle K in Sandvika, and we actually arrived with 6% state of charge. Actually, one of the times we arrived with the most battery left. So I mean, today was a clean run. We had no issues at all. So we actually have no reason to do any subtractions or compensation on the time. Dry weather between 7 degrees Celsius and 10 degrees Celsius, and yeah, though we are on winter wheels, these are Nokian Hakkapeliitta R3s, and our consumption actually is 21.3 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which, if I remember correctly, that was the consumption when we arrived at the turnaround point. So yeah, today we basically had crosswinds, no headwind, no tailwind, and I think this is the first time we actually have the same consumption at, you know, the turnaround point as when we are here at the finish line. But okay, enough about those stats. You guys are here for the time, and guys, are you ready? Drum roll. Brrrr. I'm just gonna play the clip, guys, when I got back here. Okay, guys, we are now approaching the finish line, and I just wanted to film this in case, yeah, Tesla fanboys are watching, just in case, so you guys have the proof. There is our finish line, and actually we have a detour compared to when we did this, because the road went there before when we did this with the Tesla Model 3. But guys, look at this. We're swinging in here, and this is where I have stopped the clock over the finish line, and boom, 6 hours and 56 minutes. We have a new record. Oh yeah, guys, we have a new king, a new leader on the board. We have a new record. The ID4 First Max 77 kilowatt hours is up top on the throne of the Norwegian high-speed run. But guys, to be fair, when we did the run in the Model 3, it was a bit colder, between -7 and 2 degrees Celsius. Today it was between, as I said, 7 plus and 10 plus, and that will of course have an effect on today's time. But still, guys, that is so impressive. The consumption, 21.3 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. I mean, that isn't much more than I think I had with the Kia e-Soul on this same run. I can't remember you guys can see, but I don't think it was that much colder that day than under today's conditions. And this car's on 20-inch wheels. 20-inch wheels. I think you can get this with 19s. Will that post a better time on summer tires? I mean, still, guys, this is so impressive. And yeah, and you know, time aside, doing this run in a car that is so much more quiet and so much more comfortable and much more spacious than something like a Tesla Model 3 is yeah, it's a huge pleasure. I mean, this car is awesome, and this is so awesome. I'm just gonna leave it at that, guys. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the time, what you think about the consumption, and what do you think about today's video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below, and for more car content, as always, guys, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.